Hao. I am sure you know what Hao means. It's one of the words we learned in our previous class. So I taught us Ni Hao, Nin Hao, Hao. I said that Ni Hao means hello. Ni is you, Hao is good. When put together, it means hello. But it is hello to one person and it is informal. There is Nin Hao. Nin Hao is hello to one person still, but formal. You know, the way you greet someone who is older than you are or someone who you're not very familiar with. Like the Yorubas will say Eshe when they want to tell an elderly person thank you, and say Oshe when they want to tell someone who they are familiar with or someone they are older than. When they want to tell that person thank you, they say Oshe. But if it is to an elderly person or somebody you're not very familiar with, you say Eshe. So Ni is you, informal. Nin is you, formal. So when you say Ni Hao, you are greeting one person, someone that you are familiar with. When you say Nin Hao, you're greeting one person, someone that you are not very familiar with, or somebody who is older than you are. Ni Men is more than one person. So when you say Ni Men Hao, you are greeting more than one person. Men is a plural marker in Chinese language. Any word you add men to, it has become plural. The word for child in Chinese is haizi. But when you say haizi men, you are saying children. The word for classmate in Chinese is tongxue. When you say tongxue men, you are saying classmates. But tongxue is one classmate. Tongxue men, more than one classmate. So men is a plural marker in Chinese. So ni men is you, more than one person. Ni men hao, I am greeting more than one person. I am telling more than one person hello or hi. There is something I want you to know about that greeting. Ni hao, nin hao, ni men hao. It is a general salutation. A lot of you ask me, how do they say good morning? How do they say good afternoon? How do they say good evening in Chinese? Yes, in Chinese, there is a salutation for morning, there is a salutation for afternoon, there is a salutation for evening, but you cannot go wrong with ni hao. It goes for every time. You can use it anytime. Ni hao is hi, ni hao is hello, ni hao is good morning, ni hao is good afternoon, ni hao is good evening. Even though I said ni is informal and nin is formal, you can tell a Chinese person who you are not familiar with and who is older than you are. You can tell that Chinese person ni hao and he will not take offense. You can tell the president of China ni hao, not nin hao, and he will not say, why didn't this person say nin hao? Why ni hao? So it's not that serious. I just had to explain the words to you. Ni hao goes for every time. We will get to the salutations they use to say good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. If you even greet a Chinese person, Zhao Shan Hao, he will reply you Ni Hao. So you can never go wrong with Ni Hao. Having said that, we will continue with our class. And we'll be doing tones on disyllabic and trisyllabic words. The aim of teaching you how to say tones on disyllabic and trisyllabic words is that you need to be able to switch between tones in order for you to be able to read Chinese text. You need to be very good with switching tones. I want us to understand what a syllable is in Chinese. In Chinese, a syllable is a word that has an initial, a final, and a tone. What we call initial when we are talking about Chinese is consonants, and what we call the final is vowels. So initials and finals mean consonants and vowels. A Chinese syllable is a word that has an initial, a final, and a tone. It may not have an initial, but it must have a final and a tone. The must there is in capital letter. There must be a final and a tone before you can call it a syllable. I want to show you something on the board. Let's say ma, I'll write this here. When you have a word like this, it is not a syllable. It is not yet a syllable. It has an initial and a final, but no tone. So it is not a syllable. To make it a syllable, you add the tone. Whether it is the first tone or the second tone or the third tone or the fourth tone. It just has to have a tone and a final. It may not have an initial. Please note this because I'm going to ask you. When I ask you what is a syllable in Chinese, I want you to tell me that a syllable in Chinese is a word that has an initial, a final, and a tone. That it may not have an initial but must have a final and a tone. That must is in capital letter. Must is in capital letter. It must be there before you call it a syllable. So I will just wipe this. So these are some disyllabic words I wrote down to help us with combining tones. Number one here is the word 可以. Number two is 咖啡. Number three is 黑板. Number four is 现在. Number five is 鸡蛋. Number six is 你好. You see these words, I will need you to write them down and say them. Do an audio, or if you like, a video. Just say them. You have already learned how to say the tones. These two are the third tones. These two are the first tones. This is first tone and third tone. This is two fourth tones. This is first tone and the fourth tone. This is two third tones. There is something I want to explain, and I wrote it out here on the board. In spoken Chinese, spoken is different from written. You know, we have that in English. We have written English and we have spoken English. So we also have it in Chinese. In spoken Chinese, two third tones do not follow each other. The first third tone will be changed to second tone for ease of pronunciation, but this happens only in spoken Chinese. When writing, the tones are not changed. Please, I need you to note this down. I want to see it in your notes. Now, let me explain. The two tones are the third tones. And here, we said that in spoken Chinese, two third tones do not follow each other. You know that if you say 可以, it sounds funny. You look funny and even sound funny when you have to drag these words, when you have to drag these tones twice. 可以. Here, there is a part that says the first third tone will be changed to second tone for ease of pronunciation. So this is the first third tone. This one, you change it to the second tone. And this is how the second tone gets. But this, you do not write this. You only say it. When you are writing it, it is still going to be the third tone. That is why they wrote in spoken Chinese, not written Chinese. So I'm going to ask you another question in your assignments. The question I'm going to ask is, what is the rule with two third tones following each other? So I want you to say that when two third tones follow each other, the first one is changed to the second tone, but it is only in spoken Chinese. The two third tones remain unchanged when writing it. This means that when you are writing it like this. But when you're pronouncing it like this. So you will go 可以, not 可以. So you go 可以. Then number two is 咖啡. And the third one is 黑板. The fourth one is 现在. Did you see how I combined the tones? 可以. Number two, the two flat tones will be pronounced flatly. Cafe. Number 3, hey ban. Then number 4, you have two fourth tones, two falling tones. So you go 现在. Number 5, you have a flat tone and a falling tone. So you go 知蛋. For number 6, we have a word that has two third tones. And you know what I explained about two third tones following each other. The way you pronounce this will be ni hao and not ni hao. So this should be a part of your notes, please. Here we go. I have here some trisyllabic words. Can you see how we have different tones on the words? I want you to get used to mixing these tones, switching from one tone to the other. Number 1 word is, do you remember the falling tone? Ban. This is gong because it is flat tone. Now this is another falling tone. So this will be pronounced as ban gong shi. The second one will be jia na da. The third one will be tu shu guan. The fourth one will be xin qi yi. The fifth one will be kan zhu qiu. Do you now see why you need to master tones, and you also need to master how to switch from one tone to the other? These are words. Ban gong shi means office. Jia na da means Canada. Tu shu guan means library. Xin qi yi means Monday. Kan zhu qiu means to watch a football match. To watch football, yes. So don't worry about the words. These are words you will learn. I just want you to learn how to combine tones. This should be in your notes, please. Don't just write them, pronounce all of them. Now, time for our tour. Yeah, I am sure you are familiar with that word by now. That is exactly what I want. I want us to say it and write it until it becomes a part of us. And you will be able to write it any day, anytime. So, yeah, write it in pinyin. Write it in pinyin. And still write it in English. Assignment. So our first tour, yeah, for today will be character writing. I said we're going to be writing characters every lesson. For this lesson, we're writing dui. I'm trying to be slow so that you will see what I am doing. Bu, qi. This is plus, minus under it. This, and this should be long because you're putting this on top of it. Did you see me? So this is dui, buqi, and in pinyin, this is dui, bu, qi. In English, it means I am sorry. You have it in English where you bump into someone or you step on someone's legs or you hit someone and you go, I'm sorry. So that is it in Chinese. Dui bu qi. In reply, you say 没关系, and 没关系 is written like this. This is 没关. I hope I am slow enough. 关系. Then you go and go again and do it like this and like this. Yes. So this is 没关系, and in pinyin is written like this: 没关系. And in English, it means that's okay. You know how, like I explained, when someone tells you, I'm sorry, and you go, that's okay. So this is how to say it in Chinese. 没关系. This is Hanzi, this is Pinyin, and this is English. That's okay. That's okay. This is your first assignment. The second one is, what is a syllable in Chinese? The third assignment will be, what is the rule on two third tones following each other? Number 4 will be, list out the disyllabic words earlier written and say them with the proper tones. The next assignment will be, write out all the trisyllabic words earlier listed and pronounce them with the correct tones. The last 2 will be you listening to the audio that will be sent to the group and repeat what you hear.